So good evening, everyone. So today's session is a virtual fair by Indian universities. And this is part of our career counseling program at GIIS Smart Campus. My name is Seema Kaushik, and I'm the career counselor and your host for today's session. So GIIS has been engaging with universities worldwide so that our students get exposure to different universities and they are able to decide in their grade 12 which universities they would like to apply. So I'm really excited that we have 7 different universities from different parts of India who have participated in today's webinar. And all these universities are from, some are technical and some are from non-technical streams. And representatives from each university will be presenting today, and we will have Q&A session after the presentations. So let's move on to next university, that is Shiv Nadar University, and our presenter, Ms. Harshita Tripathi, the Senior Manager in the Office of International Partnerships, will be presenting today. Shiv Nadar University is an institute of eminence and a comprehensive multidisciplinary research-focused and student-centric university offering a full range of academic programs at undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral level. Committed to excellence in teaching, research, and service, the university aims to serve the higher education needs of India and the world beyond. Welcome to the session, Ms. Harshita, and we would like to know about Shiv Nadar from you.
Thank you, Seema, for that lovely introduction. Virtual welcome to all the participants and very good evening to all. Without wasting time, I'll straight away start the presentation. Shiv Nadar University, as you can see in the title slide itself, is one of the chosen institution of eminence. There were total 20 universities, 10 public and 10 private, and we, one of the private universities, were selected as an institution of eminence by the Government of India. This has been a philanthropic initiative and it has been driven under the Shiv Nadar Foundation. We started fairly with our journey through schools, which is Vidya GIIS School for Rural Development and Rural Schools. And through that, we had Shiv Nadar Schools, the foundation, the university, and finally the Kiran Mazumdar Art Gallery, right? So it's expanded through schools, higher education, and art. This is basically how we would like to define ourselves. These are the 4 key words which we focus on and which we try to kind of imbibe into every student we have, which is to develop a global mindset for a comprehensive, multidisciplinary, research-focused, and student-centric. There have been multiple questions around what liberal arts education is, and trust me, these 4 are the key tenets of liberal arts education. It has to be comprehensive, it has to be multidisciplinary, it's research focused, and has to be student centric. Now, this is a brief overview of the university. It was established in 2011. Next year, we'll be completing a decade of the establishment. It's recognized by the Government of India, the UGC Act, so completely abides all the UGC or the regulatory frameworks. We have 5 schools with 40 plus programs, 24 departments, and so. It's very research centric, right? And that's why we have 6 research centers on campus. This is open for all UG, PG, or doctoral students. Here is what I would like to focus on. This is a very crucial part of liberal arts education, which is multidisciplinary learning approach. So I thought I'll include a few slides to kind of explain what that means, right? Say, for example, you chose to do mechanical engineering. That's something, engineering is also what we offer here. You chose to do mechanical engineering, but you also have an interest in different other subjects, right? So you have an interest, say, in maths or physics or design or several other subjects. So you choose mechanical engineering, which weights 60% of your total marks. Then you choose few electives, which is going to be weightage of, say, 15% of your total marks. Now, this elective becomes your minor. And then these are few core curriculums, which every student has to do. Now, this is one of the, again, crucial part of liberal arts education, that you develop the breadth. So you do all the core curriculums to ensure that you have the foundation laid strong, and then do your major and you do your electives or minor to kind of develop the depth into your subject, right? So this is basically what we call the T form of education. That's the alphabet T form of education, right? So there is horizontal and there is vertical. So there is breadth and depth. This is a crucial part at Shiv Nadar University. We offer 4-year degree program, and the 4th year is just focused on research, which we call Opportunities for Undergraduate Research, OUR. Every undergraduate student in their 4th year has to take a research project. These are the few schools which we have. Under each school, I have kind of listed out the programs which we offer. There's a School of Engineering, and the BTech programs are offered in Chemical Engineering, Civil, Computer Science, Electrical and Electronics, Electronics and Communication, and Mechanical Engineering. Remember, while you're doing engineering, you have freedom to choose your electives, and you'll have to do the core curriculum, which lays the foundation for all courses. Under the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we offer BA and BSc programs. You can do BA in English, History, Sociology, or International Relations. One can also pursue BSc in Economics, and this is the latest addition to our offers, which is Economics and Finance. It has been launched this year itself. The third is the School of Natural Sciences. It's a BSc in Research program in Biotechnology, Chemistry, Mathematics, and Physics. We also have a School of Management and Entrepreneurship, where we offer programs in Management Studies. The BSc Research in Economics and Finance is also cross-listed with the school, so one can pursue either of them. These are the few academic collaborations we have. Remember, the international collaborations are multifaceted. So it talks about student mobility, it talks about faculty mobility, it talks about capacity development, it talks about exchange of knowledge, it talks about collaboration of research, and we have done so many of these and will continue to do many more in future. The career development cell at Shiv Nadar University is very active. It strives as the student kind of enters into the campus. The professional training and the whole grooming of the students starts from day one itself. These are the few industry placements which we had in past few years. And they also have academic placements, which we call, which is where the students go for higher education. At this point, I would also like to share that we at Shiv Nadar University also have master's and PhD programs. So if one is keen, they can even continue to do that. I'm coming to the admission process, and before I move to the next slide, let me clearly say it's holistic, right? So when we say holistic, it's not just one shot which you take at the admission process. You'll have 3 parts to it. Your class scores and everything will be covered in the admission form itself. The second will be a statement of purpose, your recommendation letter, which you can get from the school principals, counselors, or any teachers. And the third, which is the most important, is going to be your interaction with the department or the school where you came to admit. So A, you have to fill the form. B, you kind of take the SOPs or LORs. C, you get the interview, right? This is the fee structure which was there for last year. It might change a little bit, but more or less it remains the same. The fees, the last column basically, the total payable fees varies depending on the school you're admitting to. So you can see the School of Engineering for 4 years costs you 9 lakhs, whereas the School of Natural Sciences or Humanities and Social Sciences costs you around 3 lakhs, right? The School of Management and Entrepreneurship payable cost is 6 lakhs. These are all in INR. These are my final contact details. I'll also leave the details with Seema, so feel free to share or ask any question with Seema. And I think, Seema, at this moment, I'll stop. Over to you, and thank you for this lovely opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harshita. And we could see some really interesting programs, and you beautifully explained interdisciplinary education at Shiv Nadar. Thank you for your session. And let's now have the Q&A. Our presenters have tried to answer the questions by typing so that we don't miss out on any questions. But yes, we will take some questions live. We have some time. There is a question for Shiv Nadar University, whether they have a separate international admission process.
Yeah, I was just replying to it, Seema, in a chat box itself. Yeah. So the admission process remains the same, whether it's for Indian students, NRI students, or international students. Everyone has to go through the same process. And those are the 3 processes which I listed out even in the presentation. It has to be the application form, the SNU SAT, or if you have any SAT scores or ACT scores, those are not mandatory but recommended. we do encourage students to get SOPs and LORs, and the final stage is the interview. So it's the basic holistic admission which we all on this panel have been talking about.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I think by this we are able to answer most of the questions. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'm really, really happy that you could all. This was the first time event, and you all supported it.